What's going on, ladies and gents? We're back, and again, it might be a bit more of a tough love approach on basically how you might be self-destructing in terms of how you're setting up, how you can allow yourself certain foods, but how you can diet and make it more sustainable by actually allowing yourself to have foods. So I mean this in the sense of you don't have to be eating like a rabbit all the time, and you can actually have foods that you enjoy, but also reversing it and being like, okay, you are actually self-destructing slightly by allowing yourself certain foods and just being like, it's okay, we're only slightly over, but actually neglecting the fact that you're a lot over. So in terms of a practical approach, if you, as a general here, had a target of 2,500 and divided that by 4, so if you did breakfast, lunch, dinner and a snack, 625 calories per meal. Obviously, you want to be hitting your protein targets like the last video discussed, so you want to be aiming to certain areas and allowing yourself certain options between those foods. Now, if you went and had your cheat meal, as you would say, and had one of my personal favourites, a Texas barbecue thin pizza from Domino's. So obviously, depending on your macro targets, the whole pizza itself for a large pizza is 1,830 calories. And for a large, per 100 grams, you're getting 10.8 grams of fat and 15.7 grams of protein. So obviously that isn't going to be well in terms of hitting lower fat numbers and getting higher protein numbers, because obviously there'll be a high carb base on that as well, as it is pizza. And if you know the big dip for garlic, don't Google this because it's going to depress you. 675 calories per dip in pot if you use it all. So what we're saying there is 2,505 calories overall. So you're over your target for the day for one meal. So obviously you're not going to be doing well there. But if you reduce that, obviously if we said half the pizza and went to 900 and 1,500, you can still relatively bring it back, and you've still got 1,000 calories to say, okay, I can enjoy my dinner and say 500 for breakfast, 500 for dinner, no snacks included, but you can try and make more smarter options in terms of protein and that kind of stuff. If you wanted to set yourself up to be allowed to have them foods, you can do it, but there is obviously ways you can get around it. But there's a dumb approach and a smart approach. So using the target again of 2,500, if you said 2,000 calories, 2,500 calories Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2,900 on the Friday night, Saturday you went to 3,100, gives you 1,500 only for your entire day on the Sunday. Now, I don't know how people are. If they're hungover, they're going to need a bit more food in their diet just to be able to recover. Whereas if you made slow, gradual adjustments throughout the week, so 2,500, 2,400, 2,300, 2,500, then at the weekend, on the Friday, you can have a little bit of an increase, and on the Saturday, even more of an increase, so 2,700 and 2,800. You can drop the Sunday to 2,300, and so that's still attainable. Obviously, you're not going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to suffer and not eat food, and even the food that you're having is going to be reduced. So obviously now we can look into nutrient density and say, okay, so I have a pizza and that is only going to fill me for so long, but because of the calorie amount, it's not going to allow me to be full all day. But yet I haven't got the space in my diet to eat more calories. Whereas this is why people will eat healthy, purely for the fact that they can get more volume of food in for the calories it provides. So obviously a lettuce is going to be quite dense in terms of, not dense, sorry, it's not going to give that much calories to you. I said that in the worst way possible. You know what I mean. You don't need to be picking options which are going to self-destruct your diet. You can pick a healthier option for certain meals, so like 2 meals, and then relax a bit more in terms of 1 meal. So if you wanted to go for, say, pancakes for breakfast, go for it. Are you hitting your targets with your other meals? Yeah, then there's no issue. There is a basis of calorie counting it, and it's basically just called if it fits your macros. So if you can find foods that fit all your macros, obviously dependent on what they provide to you anyway, you can do. but it's making smarter choices, not just for your calorie balance, but also for what micronutrients it's going to provide to your body. So the micronutrient profile, so vitamins and minerals of a Big Mac, is going to be different to a salad. Obviously giving different options and different choices, and obviously using the fat. So you can have healthier fat options and better choices really. So if you went for like avocado and beetroot with the nitric oxide, which is going to help in terms of training performance, different topic for a different day, compared to a Big Mac, the fats that they're going to use to produce that, and even the fats within the burger itself, are going to be very high. So then that's going to limit you for the rest of your day. Hope you find this helpful and I've not blobbered on for too long.